Good evening, everyone. Online, is my voice is audible to you all? Can you confirm me in chat box once? As well as clear. Clear for all of you? Yes, so thank you for the confirmation. So actually in last class, what we have discussed about the servers and then types of servers, also architectures of servers, and also just like introduction of the Linux, right? So now let me recap it one more time for you. Now, what is meant by server? What is meant by server? Anybody has any idea? Like, so in yesterday's class we have discussed it, right? So you can unmute and answer. There is no issue. Provides the services to the end users. Service to the end user. Great. So totally how many types of servers we are having? 3 types of servers we are having. Great. So what are they? What are they? So app server, web server, database server. Great. So web server, app server, database server. Now what is meant by web server? Which provides the UI part of your application. UI part. Now what is meant by app server? Where our logic was present. Now what is meant by database server? Where our info will get stored. Right. So this is all about the servers. So after this we have discussed about the architectures of servers. So totally how many types of architectures we are having? 3 types. What are they? Totally 4, majorly 3. What are they? 1-tier architecture, 2-tier architecture, as well as 3-tier architecture. Now, 1-tier architecture. So here tier is nothing but the layer. Layer is nothing but server. So ultimately we are going to call it as one server architecture. So in the one server architecture, totally we are having how many servers? Only one server we are having. So within the single server, I am having the web server, app server, and database server. So then this type of architecture are nothing but 1-tier architecture. So example for 1-tier architecture, what is laptop? Great. What was it? Laptop. So after 1-tier architecture, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the 2-tier architecture. What we have discussed? 2-tier architecture. Now what is meant by 2-tier architecture? So totally how many servers we are having in the 2-tier architecture? Totally how many servers we are having in the 2-tier architecture? We are having the 2 servers, right? So in the first server we are going to install the web server. In the second server we are going to install the app and the database server. Now then this type of architecture are nothing but the 2-tier architecture. So example for 2-tier architecture, what is it? Phone as well as YouTube. Great. Now after 2-tier architecture, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the 3-tier architecture. What we have discussed? We have discussed about the 3-tier architecture. In the 3-tier architecture, totally how many servers we are having? We are having the 3 servers. So this is my server 1, server 2, as well as server 3. So in the first server, we are going to install the web server. In the second server, we are going to install the app server. In the third server, we are going to install the database server. So then this type of architecture are nothing but 3-tier architecture. So example for 3-tier architecture, what is it? Again, phone as well as YouTube. So here way of arranging the app server as well as database server separately. So after this, we have discussed about the OS, right? Now, what is meant by OS? Which provides the interface between user as well as machine, nothing but the server or nothing but OS, right? So in the OS, we are having the different types. We are having the Windows, Mac OS as well as Ubuntu. So later we have discussed about the OS architecture, right? So in the OS architecture, totally how many layers we are having? 4 layers we are having, right? Great. So the first layer is about the hardware. Now what is meant by hardware? What is meant by hardware? So hardware is nothing but if any external devices that are connected to our laptop, those information will get stored on the hardware. Let's say if I have connected the HDMI cable. So these information will store on the hardware. Or else if I have connected the printer, if I have connected the printer, those information will store on the hardware. Clear? So after hardware, what we are having? We are having the kernel. Now what is meant by kernel? Interface between hardware and software components. Interface between hardware and software components are nothing but kernel. Great. So after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. Now what is meant by shell? Shell is nothing but the place where our commands are executing. The place where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. So after shell, what we are having? We are having the application. What we are having here? We are having the application. Now what is meant by application? The place where our applications are present are nothing but the application. The place where our applications are present are nothing but the application. Right. So after this we have discussed, right? Now in this class we are going to discuss about the some basic Linux commands. So before going to discuss about that, so I am talking about the server, right? I am talking about the server. Now, who will provide me the server? Who will provide me the server? Ultimately, we are having the cloud providers. Who are they? Cloud providers. So in the market, majorly we are having three cloud providers, guys. Who are they? AWS, Azure, as well as GCP we are having. So in the market, majorly we are having three cloud providers. Who are they? AWS, Azure, GCP. So AWS was owned by the Amazon company. AWS was owned by the Amazon company, nothing but the Amazon Web Service. Next, Azure was owned by the Microsoft. Microsoft. So GCP was owned by the Google. So clear for all of you? Now, great. So let's say if I want to book a mobile, if I want to book a mobile, so majorly we are having two e-commerce applications, right? So I am having the Amazon, I am having the Flipkart, right or not? So let's say I want to book my mobile on the Amazon. First, if you want to book a mobile on the Amazon, first you should have an account in the Amazon, right or not? We should have an account on the Amazon. So by using that account only we can able to book the mobile. In the same manner, if you want to create a server, either it is going to be the AWS or it is going to be the Azure or it is going to be the GCP. If you want to create any server on the AWS or in the Azure or in the GCP, first we should have an account. What we need to have? We need to be have an account. By using that account, we are going to create the servers. So clear for all of you about this? Yes. So that's great. So without creating the accounts, we can't able to access the server. So ultimately, we can do it, but it is not the recommended one. So what I am trying to do now is, so some days we are going to skip the account. Okay. So here we are having the open source platform. What we are having here? We are having the open source platform. So search for killercoda.com. Search for killercoda.com. So click on the playground. Click on the playground. So scroll down here. Just try to take the Ubuntu 24.04. Select this one. So ultimately we can able to practice our Linux as well as Git, Maven, Docker. So all the tools we can able to practice here. Now let us try to practice the Linux here. What we are going to do? We are going to do the Linux. So my question is, in generally, I want to create a file. In generally, I want to create a file in the Windows. How you are going to create? So we are going to create like, click on the right click, new, and then file name, right or not? So ultimately it was created. In the same manner, if you want to create a file on the Linux, there will be a command called touch. Is the command here? Touch. So ultimately touch is the command to create a file in the Linux. Touch AWS I am giving. So ultimately by using the AWS name, it is going to create one file. So then hit enter. My file was created. My file was created. I want to check whether my file was created or not. I want to check whether my file was created or not. How you are going to check means, so there is a command called ls. What's the command here? ls. So ls is nothing but short list. What was it? Short list. So this was a default file, guys. So you can delete that one. So if you want to delete a file, so there is a command called rm. Rm is remove. Rm and then file name. So it was removed. So basically I am having the AWS file now. So guys, this is a way to create a single file. What if I want to create multiple files? What if I want to create multiple files? Let's say I want to create the Azure file. I want to create the GCP file. I want to create the DevOps files. I want to create the Harsha file. So what if I want to create multiple files? So the command will be the same. Again, touch. Again, touch. And then file name. So I want to create the Azure file, space. I want to create the DevOps files, space. I want to create the GCP file, space. I want to create the Harsha file. So this is the way to create the multiple files. So then hit enter. It was created. Now I want to cross check whether my files was created or not. How you are going to check again? We are having a command called ls again. So ls is nothing but short list. It is going to display the list of files. Now also we are having one more command called ll. What we are having here? ll. So ll is nothing but long list. So then hit enter. So when you give the ll, you will get the full information. What we are going to get here? We are going to get the full information. So this is going to be the permissions, guys. So this is going to be the user, this is going to be the group. So when it was created, entire information we are going to be get. So if you give the ls, you will get only the file names. If you give the ll, you will get the full information. So we are going to discuss in depth regarding these files, permissions and all. We are going to discuss. So we have done with how to create the single file, how to create the multiple files. Now my question is, I want to create a series of files. I want to create a series of files. So how you are going to create a series of files? Means, so again the command will be the same, touch, touch. The series you want to start. I want to start by using a TCS series. TCS, open braces, one double dot, 10. So ultimately it is going to create 10 files at a time by using the TCS series. So then hit enter. So ultimately it was created 10 files. So if you want to cross check, just try to give the ls. We are having the TCS 10 files. Or else if you want to create 15 files. So info I am giving 1 double dot 15. It is going to create 15 files. Or else if you want to create the 50 files, just try to give the 50. It is going to create the 50 files. Okay. So as of now I am giving 5. So ultimately it is going to create 5 files. Give the ls. We are having info as 5 files. Info as 5 files. So remember here only 2 dots, guys. By mistakenly, if you have given the 3 dots, so see what will happen. Ultimately, it is going to read under a file. So PWC I am giving. So I am giving PWC. So then dot. By mistakenly I have given the 3 dots. So then hit enter, give the ls. We are having a file. It is not going to create 5 files. It is going to create only one file. That name was, or else by mistakenly if you have given single dot, what will happen? Ultimately it is going to be a file again. So it was a file. So remember, so here only 2 dots should be present. So clear for all of you how to create the single file, how to create the multiple files, and also how to create the series of files. So just try to confirm me in chat box once. So that's great. Now after this, I want to remove a file. So just now I have said one command, right? So if you want to remove a file, then what is the command? What is the command to remove a file? rm and then file name. Great. Rm and then file name. So I want to remove the pwc file. I want to remove the pwc file. So pwc 1 double dot or single dot. So this one, I want to remove this file. So then hit enter. It was removed. So if you want to cross check, just have to give the ls. So previously I used to have the pws file, but now I am not having any file. So ultimately rm is a command to remove a file. So guys, this is the way to remove single file. But I want to remove multiple files. I want to remove the multiple files. So the command will be the same, rm and then file name. So I want to remove the AWS file, I want to remove the Azure file, I want DevOps file. So just try to mention the spaces between them. Hit enter. So ultimately it was removed. Again, if you want to cross check, just try to give the ls. Previously I used to have the AWS Azure DevOps file, but now I am not having any file. rm space hyphen rf star. Yeah, we can give. So rm space hyphen rf star. So it is going to remove all the files at a time. So irrespective of the names, it is going to remove all the files. We can give. So totally I have done with the single file, multiple files. But I want to remove the series of files. So I am having here TCS 1, 2, 3 and so on 10. I am having, right? I want to remove series of files. So if you want to remove the series of files, so the command will be rm again, remove. So the series you want to remove, I want to remove the TCS series, TCS star. So ultimately, whatever the file name that are containing TCS, it is going to remove all. So then hit enter, it was removed. So if you want to cross check, just try to give ls. Previously I used to have the TCS files, but now I am not having any TCS file. Instead of giving TCS, we can also give TC, or else we can also give T. So let me create touch TCS 1 double dot 5 I am giving. So I am having 5 files. Okay. Instead of giving TCS star, we can also give T star, or else we can also give TC star. So the series that are starting with. So if I give the T star means, so the file names that containing T starting by T is going to remove. It ended, it was removed. In the same manner, I want to remove the info. So if you want to remove the info, rm I star, hit enter. It is going to remove the info. So I'm having here, like so different file names. So if you want to remove all the files, you want to remove all the files, rm space hyphen rm star. What we are having here, rm space hyphen rm star. So what is meant by rf here? So rm means remove. We know that. Now what is meant by hyphen rf? Hyphen rf is nothing but remove
Recur,
forceful. Sorry.
recursively delete will delete files.
Yes. rm means remove. Hyphen rf అంటే recursive forcefully. What we are having here? Recursive forcefully. That's great. That's great. So star means all. Remember guys, in the AWS or in the Azure or in the DevOps, if you are mentioning the star, if you are seeing the star, it is going to represent all. The AWS or in the Azure or in the DevOps, when you are seeing the star means it is going to represent all and or every. Anything is fine. So ultimately it is going to remove all the files. So then hit enter. It was removed. So if you want to cross check, just try to give the ls. There is no files here. Means it was removed. So clear for all of you? That's great. Perfect. So now, so totally we have done with how to create single file, multiple files as well as series of files. Also how to create, I mean to say how to remove single file, multiple files as well as series of files and also all the files. So the next one is about how to add the data inside a file. So how to add the data inside a file. So if you want to add the data inside a file, we are going to use VIM editor. What we are going to use here? We are going to use the VIM editor. So basically in the VIM editor, totally we are having three modes. How many modes we are having? We are having the three modes. One was the command mode. What was it? One was the command mode. So the second one was the insert mode. So the first one was the command mode. Second one was the insert mode. So the third one was the save and quit mode. So in the VIM editor, totally how many modes we are having? We are having the three modes. One was the command mode. Second one was the insert mode. Third one was the save and quit mode. So point number one. By defaultly, if you have opened any file by using the VIM editor, you will be in the command mode. In which mode you are in? You are in the command mode. So ultimately, command mode is going to be the default mode in the VIM editor. Command mode is going to be the default mode in the VIM editor. Now, I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. So the command will be small I. So here we need to press the small I button in our laptop. You want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What was it? Small I. Again, I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. So the command will be escape. ESC. So for the first key in the keyboard, so for the first key we are having the escape button, right? We need to press that button. So clear for all of you? Now, let us try to do it lively. So before that, let me ask you one question. Do we have any files here? What is the command to see the list of files? The command to see the list of files. LL or LS. So anything is fine. So if you give the LL, we are going to get the hidden files as well. So whatever the files you are saving, nothing but dot files. So ultimately these all dot files are the hidden files. I want to see my files. So currently I'm not having any files here, right or not? So now by using the VIM editor, I am going to open a file called DevOps. Want to open a file called DevOps. Now it is going to be work or not. I am trying to open my DevOps files, but I am not having any file here. It is going to be work or not. It works. Yes, 100% it is going to be work. Why it is going to be work means, so this VIM editor will search whether DevOps file was present or not. If it is present, it is going to be open. If it is not present, this VIM editor will create one DevOps file. So I am repeating again. So this VIM editor will search whether DevOps file is there or not. If it is there, it is going to be open that file. If it is not there, this VIM editor will create one DevOps file. And also it is going to be open that file. So then hit enter. So ultimately one VIM editor was built. So now tell me, by default in which mode I was in? By defaultly in which mode I was in? So totally in the VIM editor, how many modes I am having? First, three modes we are having. So what are they? Command, insert, save and quit. That's great. So by default, in which mode I was in?
Insert mode.
By defaultly, I am in which mode? Command. That's great. So by defaultly, I was in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command. So let's say, how can I get to know that whether I was in the command mode or not? How can I get to know that whether I was in the command mode or in the insert mode? So how can you get to know that? Means, so for the first time, you will see here file name. So I'm repeating again, file name. So for the first time only, guys, for the first time only, you can see your file name here. So if you are seeing your file name here, means you are in the command. Okay. Now after command mode, what we are having? We are having the insert mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. How you are going to shift? What is the command here? Small I, right? So in the laptop, I need to press the small I. So totally I am going to press the small I here. So once I have pressed the small I, here we can able to see insert. What we are going to see here? Insert. So if you are seeing the insert means you are in the insert mode. If you are seeing the insert means you are in the insert mode. So totally I am in the insert mode. So command mode, insert mode. So if you want to shift from command mode to the insert mode, small I. Again, I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? We need to press the escape button. What we need to do? We need to press the escape button. So totally I am going to press the escape button. So once I have pressed the escape button, here we are not getting anything. Here we are not getting anything. So if you are not seeing anything means you are in the command mode simply. So remember, for the first time you can able to see the file name. So later we are not going to display anything here. Again I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. What I need to do? I need to press the small I. Once I have pressed the small I can able to see here insert. So once you are seeing the insert means you are in the insert mode. Clear na? Now, So I want to add the data. So see here, this is all about Linux. So totally I have entered the data. I have entered the data. Now I want to save my data. I want to save my data. So if you want to save your data, so we are having a command called :w. So if you are giving the :w means it is going to be the save. It is going to be the save. So if you are giving the :q means it is going to be the quit. It is going to be the quit. So if you are giving both at a time :wq, so it is going to be the save as well as quit. Save and quit. Instead of giving :wq, we can also give :x. :x. It is going to be perform save and quit at a time. So clear for all of you about these commands? If you are good, we are going to do it lively. Yes. Now I want to save my data. I want to save my data. What we are having? We are having the :w. So once I have given the :w, what will happen? It is going to be insert, right? Whatever the commands I have said, :w, :q, :x or :wq, all these are all the commands, right? So once you are performing the command means you should be in the command mode. You should be in the command mode. So currently I am in the insert mode, right? So that's the reason it is going to be insert this. But whatever the commands we need to be performed, so these commands need to be performed on the command mode. So totally I was in the insert mode. So I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? I need to press the escape button. Wait. What I need to press? Escape button. So totally I have pressed the escape button. Okay. Now I want to save my data. I want to save my data. So what was the command? :w. So then hit enter. My data was saved. My data was saved. Now I want to quit from this editor. I want to quit from this editor. Then what is the command here? :q. So totally we have quit. Totally we have quit. Now my question is, so totally I have added my data and also my data was saved. Now I want to cross check whether my data was saved or not. Yeah, we are having the factorial symbol as well. So let me tell you that one. Okay. Now, totally I have added my data and also I have saved my data. I want to check whether my data was saved or not. Cat and then file name. So that's great. That's perfect. So cat is the command. Cat is the command to read a data inside a file. So cat I have given and then file name we need to be. So here what is the file name? File name is going to be the DevOps. Hit enter. So ultimately whatever the data that are present in the DevOps, it is going to be displayed here. It is going to be displayed here. So clear for all of you? Next. BIM, DevOps. Hit enter. Now, basically in which mode I was in now? In which mode I was in? I was in the command. Now, I want to copy a line. So currently I am having only one line. I want to copy that line. So if you want to copy a line, we are having a command called YY. We need to press 2 times the Y button, guys. Just try to give that YY, not 2YY, not numerical number. For the single line, YY. It is going to copy. It is going to be copy single line. Single line. So if you have given 2YY, it is going to be copy. It is going to be copy 2 lines. It is going to be copy 2 lines. Or else if you have given the 5YY, it is going to be copy. It is going to be copy 5 lines. For the single line, we are having the YY 2 lines 2y. So here numerical number guys. So first we need to press the number, later double y. So right now I am having only single line. So if you want to copy the single line, y. So totally I have copied the line. Have copied the line. Now I want to paste. I want to paste. So if you want to paste P, so I am giving P. So it is going to be paste. So clear for all of you? That's great. Perfect. Now I want to copy 4 lines. 4 by. So totally 4 lines was copied. So just have to give the P. So it is going to be paste. Clear. So actually I'm not getting your question, Teja. So just have to come one more time. So actually I'm not getting your question. Okay, so it is going to be paste guys. Let's say I want to delete a line. So if you want to delete a line, so we are having a command called dd. What was it? dd. So it is going to delete a line. But I want to delete 5 lines. So then what is the command? Dd. So if you want to delete 10 lines, what was the command? 10dd. Okay. Now just try to delete 10 lines. So if you want to delete 10 lines, so then it was deleted 10 lines. Again I want to delete 5 lines. 5dd. It is going to delete 5 lines. Again 5dd. I have given 5dd. It is going to delete 5 lines. If you give the single dd, it is going to delete a line. So clear for all of you? Yes. Now I want to save and exit. So then what is the command? I want to save and exit at a time. Colon X. So colon X I am giving. So it was saved as well as exit. Colon W. Anything is fine. Great. So totally it was saved. Now just try to give the cat DevOps. Then hit enter. I am having my data here. I am having my data. Now BIM DevOps. So totally I want to replace a word. What we are going to do now here? We are going to replace a word. So let's say I want to replace Linux with DevOps. I want to replace Linux with DevOps. So if you want to replace a word, we are having a command called set command. What we are having here? We are having the set command. So the syntax will be, percentage s. So here s is nothing but the set. Old word, and then new word. So ultimately by using this syntax, so just have to tell me I want to replace Linux with AWS. Then what is the command? Percentage s, old word. What was it? Linux. New word. What was it? AWS. So this was the command. So now let us try to do it lively. Colon sed set command. Colon percentage s slash Linux is going to replace with AWS. So totally it was replaced. Not set, it was set guys. So set command is going to be to set the number. Let's say I'm having multiple lines. So if you want to set the number, we are having a command called set number. Now I am having AWS word, right? So I want to replace my AWS word with DevOps. How you are going to replace? Now just have to give me the command here. I want to replace my AWS with DevOps. Then what is the command? Perfect. Percentage s slash old word is going to replace with DevOps. So ultimately, wherever you are having the AWS, it is going to be replaced with DevOps. Clear for all of you? So that's great. So save and exit. It was saved as well as exit. Cat, cat, DevOps. So ultimately, I am having my content here. So then next step. So this is the way to create like files, guys. But I want to create directories. What we are going to create? Directories. So in generally, in the Windows, if you want to create a folder, you want to create a folder, how you are going to create? We are going to click on the right click, new, and then folder. So ultimately it is going to create the folder, right? So in the same manner, if you want to create a folder, we are having a command called mkdir. Basically, in the Linux, directories are going to, folders are going to called as directories. Here, folders are nothing but the directories. Mkdir, nothing but make directory. What was the full form here? Make directory. So mkdir, I am giving TCS. It is going to create TCS directory. So just to give the ls here, we are having the DevOps file and a TCS directory. And also we can give able to give the LL. We are getting the TCS directory as well as DevOps file. So ultimately LL or LS is the command to see the list of files as well as list of directories. So how can I get to know that whether this is going to be the file or this is going to be the folder? How can I get to know that? What was the difference you were seeing there? What was the difference you were seeing? Color difference. So the first one is going to be the color difference. Perfect. And also make color change. Yeah. So for the file as well as directory, we are having the color change and also, so see here for the file, it is going to be start by the hyphen. So if you are seeing the hyphen means it is going to be the regular file. What was it? You are seeing the hyphen means it is going to be the file. You are seeing the D means it is going to be the directory, nothing but the folder. You are seeing hyphen means it is going to be the file. If you are seeing the D means it is going to be the directory. Now, so this is the way to create the single directory. Again, I want to create the multiple directories. So in the same manner, we can able to create mkdir. So I'm giving as info here, and also I'm giving as pwc, wc. Also I'm giving here HCL. So hit enter. So totally it was created. You want to create the series of directories. Again, the command will be the same. Get here, Harsha, Harsha, open braces, 1 double dot 10. So it is going to create 10 directories at a time. It is going to create 10 directories at a time. So it was created. Now, if you want to remove a directory, then what is the command? To create mkdir. So if you want to remove a directory, rmdir, rmdir. So rmdir and then directory that you want to remove. So I want to remove the HCL directory. So it was removed. So just to give the ls, it was removed. rmdir, TCS archive. So it was removed. rmdir. So PWC it was removed. Just to give the ls, we are not having any directories there. Instead of giving like, we can also use this RMDIR Harsha star. It is going to remove all the directories. So whatever the syntax we have learned, all are the same guys. So here RMDIR we need to be mentioned. There we need to mention RM. That's it. So clear for all of you? Yes. Now my question is, I want to go inside a directory. So let's say you are having a folder. You want to go inside a folder. How you are going to go? So we need to press the, I mean to say double tap it, right? Need to be double tap it. In the same manner, if you want to go inside a directory, so we are having a command called cd. What was it? Cd. So here cd is nothing but change directory. What was the command here? I mean, what was the full form here? Change directory. So I want to go inside a directory called info. So then give the info. So totally I was at the info directory. Now my question is, do we can able to create a directory inside a directory? Do we can able to create a directory inside a directory? Now I want to create one more directory. MKDIR. So MKDIR I am giving here as TCS. It was created. Now I want to check whether it was created or not. Then what is the command? Give the ls. So totally I am having my TCS directory here. I want to go inside a TCS directory. Then what is the command? Again cd TCS. So it was done. Give the ls. I am in the TCS directory. So how can I get to know that whether I was in the TCS directory or not? So here you will be having the TCS. If you are saying the here means it is going to be you are in the directory. Yeah, we can also give the PWD. So it is nothing but the present working directory. So it is going to be print your path. So currently in which directory you are in. So I am in the TCS directory. Actually TCS directory where it was in the info directory. So actually info directory where it was it in? So it was it in the root directory. So PWD is nothing but present working directory. It is going to print your path. Now my question is, do we can able to create a directory inside a file? We can able to create a directory inside a file? No. So ultimately no. So let me tell you why. So let's say this is my file, right? So totally I have opened my file. Now just try to think, do we can able to create a folder here? No, right? The same manner in the Linux as well. We are not going to create a directory inside a file. Now let me recap what we have discussed on this class. So we have discussed on this class like how to create the files on multiple pages. Now what is the command to create a file, guys? What is the command to create a file? So touch is the command. So I want to create the multiple files. So if you want to create the multiple files, so the command will be the touch. Just try to mention the spaces. I want to create the series of files. So if you want to create the series of files, so we are having a command called again touch, and the syntax will be the different. So let's say I want to create the PWC open braces 1.10. So here just try to mention only 2 dots, not more than that. So if you are mentioning the more dots means it is going to read under a file name. Now I want to remove a file. Then what is the command here? RM. So RM and then file name. So now I want to add a data inside a file. So how you are going to add? How you are going to add? VM. I want to add the data. Yeah, VIM editor. So in the VIM editor, totally how many modes I am having? I am having the 3 modes. What are they? Command mode, insert mode, save and quit mode. So by defaultly, in which mode I was in? I was in the command mode. Now I want to shift from command mode to the insert mode. How you are going to shift? Small. Again, I want to shift from insert mode to the command mode. What I need to do? I need to press the escape button. I need to press the escape button. Great. So I want to save my data. Then what is the command? :W. I want to quit. :Q. So I want to do both at a time. :X. So I want to check whether my data was there or not. I want to see the data inside a file. Then what is the command? I want to read the content that are present in a file. Then what is the command? Cat file name. That's great. Perfect. Also, I want to create a directory. Then what is the command? Want to create a directory. mkdir. Perfect. Great. So guys, and also I'm going to upload these commands over the drive. You can get it from the drive. So from the day one onwards, I'm going to provide the notes for you. You are not going to write any notes there. Okay. So we are going to provide the notes. So whatever the commands I have performed, so all the commands I'm going to upload over the drive, you can get from the drive. So just have to contact with the admin team. They are going to provide the drive access for you. So guys, that's it from my end for today. So if you have any notes, you can ask. So first of all, the session was clear or not? So let me know first. So are you guys are facing any speed issue, like classes was going very fast or like something else? Are you facing any issues? It's clear. It's good. So if anybody are facing any type of issues, please let me know. Okay. So I'm going to clear
Hi,
it for
sir.
you.
This is my first class.
Okay.
I have a few doubts, what is the difference between AWS plus DevOps, sir? If we are going to join this class, we will learn AWS concepts also here.
Yes, we are going to learn the AWS concepts as well. So what was the difference between AWS as well as Azure? Sorry, DevOps. Your question was that, right?
Yeah.
So let's say DevOps is going to be the tools, guys. So all are the tools. So Git, Maven, okay, Jenkins, Docker, these are all the tools. So by using these tools, we are going to host our application. So if you want to host your application, we need one cloud. So either
Okay.
it is going to be the AWS, either it is going to be the Azure. So if you want to use the DevOps, we need one cloud. So DevOps is a separated one. So AWS is a separated. So if you want to learn
Okay.
the DevOps, we need to have one cloud. So that was the AWS or in the Azure. Anything is fine.
Yeah, actually, sir, I'm working as a WebSphere administrator.
Okay.
So my project requirement is like, they are asking to me learn cloud,
Only the cloud or DevOps?
like Kubernetes and
Yeah, it is going to be come under DevOps.
YAML, few of tools were there, sir. It will cover all these things here. Otherwise, I need to join some other course. Could you
No,
please
no,
suggest,
no.
sir?
ML is going to be the language. So we are going to use the ML language in the Kubernetes, in the Docker, in the Ansible we are having.
Okay.
So it is going to be cover all in this course.
Okay. Obviously.
Yeah. So any alternative doubts as well as concerns? If we want to change any word in the line, what is the command? So particular line. So you are asking the particular line, right? So it is going to be the repeated word or single word. Yeah, set is a command. Single word. So if you want to remove the single word, I mean to say if you want to replace the single word, let's say I am having the AWS file. Okay. So it says all about. So ultimately we are having like this. Okay. So if you want to replace these all or else this DevOps with AWS, again the set command. But single word, right? Was replaced. So any alternative doubts? That's great, guys. So I'm repeating again. So from the day one to the till the end of our course, our session is going to be the interactive sessions only. So you will be having the unmute access. Okay, you can unmute yourself at any point of time and you can directly contact with me. Okay. So these sessions are going to be the interactive sessions only. Without the interaction, I can't able to teach fast. Hope you guys are understand. Okay. So try to give me the response. Okay. So let's say here if we have the different words in each line, how to change multiple lines? How different words in each line. Okay. How to change in multiple line. So I'm not getting. So actually I'm not getting your question. Be this one. Okay. So I'm having. So I'm having the multiple. Okay. So I'm having the multiple lines. What I need to do? So I'm having these type of fonts. What I need to do now? Change the particular word in a line. So I want to replace this word. Okay. Change the particular word in a line. So I'm going to change. Just try to use the percentage is percentage is old word. Oh sorry. So it was removed. Huh? Okay, okay, wait a second. So I'm going to replace this word. So ultimately it comes under a word. Okay, this is all about DevOps. Okay. I want to replace what? So let me replace the all up. So it is going to remove all the guys. All. So we can't replace particularly this line. We can't do that. So if you want to do like that, just try to go like that particular line and replace the word. We are having the command, so it is going to be the very high end level. So if I said no, it is going to be like so you will get. We are having the command. We can pass the line numbers there. So in upcoming sessions, you will get to know that. Yeah. May I know when our actual classes will start? So it is going to be start from tomorrow onwards only. So we are going to start the gate tomorrow. So the classes is going to be the very, very interactive sessions, and also it is going to be the interesting sessions as well. So just try to follow my words, you will get the more subject. 100% you will get the subject. In the practice, so, so parallelly I am doing the lab, right? So you can practice from your end. So if you are getting any issue means, so just try to take one screenshot and place it on the group. So if I am getting the time means I am going to reply there. If I am not getting the time means, so your friends will also present on that group, right? So they are going to be respond. So any alternative concerns, doubts? Which mode is better to attend the sessions, whether the online or offline? So if you are nearby, so just have to come to the offline. It's going to be the very interactive sessions. If it is not, just have to go to the online. So anything is fine. So here attention is going to be the major point. If you are paying the more attentions means you will get the subject. Either it is going to be the online or it is going to be the offline. Anything is fine. So any alternative concerns? So okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day. So see you on tomorrow's class.